Journal of David K. I'm gonna skip most of the pre-end of the world stuff. All you need to know is that he cares a lot about being the lighthouse keeper. Half dozen eggs, 2 large cans of beans, a new book, gears for the backup generator, gears for art, ideas for art. Total cost 4 to 673 plus going back into town on Wednesday. Something's here, like when the sea salt level changes, or when the high tide is going to be a few inches taller this year, or when the breeze changes a few degrees and you know it's the start of summer. This change ain't in my field of expertise. It's not like kelp or fishing or sailing. It's too far gone from the ocean, a completely different cycle. I went out in my boat today and yesterday. Nothing new, nothing startling. I measured the tides and they're following the summer pattern. Everything is pointing to this occurrence being a part of the ever-changing pattern of nature. Doesn't feel right. Feels like when a flower dies or blooms for the first time. I have a hard time telling the difference between those two states. This Wednesday was terrible. People are falling ill, fevers are refusing to fall, no matter what medicine's being used, and the doctor himself is falling sick. Around 40% of the town seems unaffected, and 20%, including myself, only have mild cold symptoms. I should have warned them, should have told them something was wrong. Days are going by too fast to properly record my memories. More of the town is falling sick, some are starting to die. Funerals are being planned and held, and I'm often finding myself on call for the volunteer fire department. Nobody's started any fires yet, and I don't know how much help I'll be against one, but I'll do my part to watch over this town as my family has done for generations, and if I end that line, then so be it. The town needs someone who can do more than watch. The town needs someone who can fight. Who am I kidding? There's no way to fight this. This needs a doctor, but he's falling more and more ill. Now I might be the one watching for fires during his funeral. Then I'll return and watch over the lighthouse. Fuel 75, the highest price the machine can charge. Shipping delays have appeared all over the country, and the general population is panicking about politicians and the like. I warned them that a mad rush would result in crashes, that a truck will need to drag cars off the road. More people died than I expected. Half from death, half from disease, half the town's gone. I'm only learning this from the police that I'm on day watch with. It's good to watch during the day. It gets me out of the lighthouse. I don't need to watch out of the lighthouse, really. I'm a light sleeper, and the radio picks up on any and all boat frequencies. If Bob goes out, I'll notice, because I'll fall asleep. The trucker came by and is staying till the internet gets back up, which I doubt it will. The boat that I was supposed to meet the trucker never arrived. In fact, the boat hasn't been around since Wednesday, 3 weeks ago. If that boat arrives, hopefully we can board it. There's only 100 of us left. I find myself watching from up there more often. I don't often go off Main Street. To help mask my disguise when a trucker took me down a side road and showed me trees going straight out of a house. They didn't have proper branches yet, and the grass was dying way too early for me. I shrugged and said I stayed near the rocks and lighthouse. Didn't know much about houses and trees and the like. Trucker asked if I was able to do something about it. Said I should stop watching. I told him to go tell it to the mayor, and that if he wants to come up to the lighthouse and look for a boat, he sure can. The trucker stayed up here with my binoculars until sunset. I offered a flashlight for the return trip, and I'm not getting it back. Town doesn't like strangers much. In fact, they trust me more than that trucker. The days are passing by with a desperate rush I couldn't keep up with. People are changing, bodies shifting in impossible ways. I'll stay in town and watch over them now. I'm essentially the morning shift for the doctor, and yes, I did miss the funeral. He was one of the few to get one before the clergyman fled. But I still watch over how they change themselves, and I take notes. I apply treatments too, looking through notes and medicine to help asthma and heartburn. I even had someone bring up a lizard thing, and through a translation, I was able to figure out which subsection it fell into and which books from the library would be most useful. The library itself is a wreck. Trees are tearing the thing apart, and someone needs to do something about it. Instead, everyone's worried about food. I have food. I have filters to make clean water fresh from the sea. I need to build more filters for this town. I finally went out fishing today. Fish was unlike any I've ever seen, but it cooked like cod and tasted like cod, so why not call it new cod? Most old folks aren't taking this as well. Most of them can't stand to watch, but I'll have to. And while I watch, I see something in the darkness, something just outside the light. It's undanced and outside of my knowledge and my ability to handle. I don't know if it's one or many, but I need to know more. I need to warn them. I don't know how to best explain them. They aren't right for this world. They're going to destroy this town. They avoid that, but they aren't hurt by it. They're just hunters. The town needs to keep its lights on. It needs to be a beacon of safety. Well, it keeps those monsters at bay. Who knows the other ones they'll attract. The trucker is staying with me, too afraid of being left alone and picked off just like a few townsfolk. It's nice to have company. Keeps the paranoia at bay. Helps me seem like I'm not a rambling lunatic. They're getting closer. I can see them now, fur and legs and tails and scales and shells, all cloaked in black and dark greens and greys. I should try to mutate with now, but I know I won't be able to hear them. Won't be able to see anything unless I go into that darkness and stand like a golden statue. Even then I think death would come from behind. The boat shored up. Small thing with space for 4 shipping containers with only one remaining. No signs of life inside. No journals either. Space for around 10 under the deck. Rest of the town might get rained on, but they can bring sheets. There wasn't a captain's log or a journal. Just a boat from God. Might need to pray more at church. I've only been going to say is one of those sheep that needs protection. The town agreed to fix up the boat and leave, only because the new mayor died. She was against the plan. I almost was. Trucker knows our fear is better than the rest of us. Now everyone's aware of the encroaching woods. We all remember the growing darkness. We all know that there's something around each corner. We don't know what emptied a tiny cargo ship crew and their possessions. Maybe the crew was smaller than that. Maybe I wasn't the first to get there, but it was so full of dust. There's something out there. Has a mind. It's cultivating our fear, trying to keep us away from the boats, trying to keep us complacent. Those things, they're a group. We need to leave. We need to get out of here. The boat will be ready in 2 days. Now I don't know if we have 2 days. I need to work these next few days. This might be goodbye. I was up there in the lighthouse and I turned off the spinner. I destroyed so much of it. I turned it to outline the trail and I could see those things. The flash of fur, the silent snarling of teeth. They're too smart for wolves. Wolves would have striked, not avoided whoever's the biggest stick, whoever has the gun. But I shone my light and the lantern's so broken because of it. But I showed them the path. I guided them out of here and they're on that boat. I'm going to keep the light on that boat and I don't know if they're going to wait till daytime for me. So, this might be it, folks. Sorry. I made it on the boat. Write more later. Now it's complicated. There's a journal that this one's attached to, but it's in the mess that Maha made. She's going on about all sorts of crap and military stuff, and I really don't want to know more, but I might have to.